Welcome back to Legend Gaming. We're continuing the Bohemian Killing. Read letter from parents.
Jesse, your father and I are quite sure that you did not do it. You couldn't have. We love you, and we are waiting for you at home. Please, leave this cursed Paris and return to your home parts. Mama et Papa. P.S. Papa asks you not to mention the hotel guest book. Apparently you know what that means?
Hotel guest book. So what I forgot to do before was check the time.
Mon cher ami, I am in a deep regret that you had to stand before the court accused of such a terrible deed. I assure you that I deeply believe in your innocence and will do my best so that you can continue to work for the glory of Le Feu and toute la France. Cordialement, Hugo Argent.
So they believe I'm innocent as well.
You gypsy scum. You can be sure that you will take responsibility for what you have done to our daughter. You will be beheaded, and even neither your millions nor your connections will be able to help you. Is the stolen money not enough? Is your wrongdoing to all these poor people not enough? You had to tear everything away from us, including our only daughter.
Stolen money.
Death to the rich. Vive la nouvelle révolution.
So she was in on a revolution to overthrow all the rich. Possibly steal the plans to
Monsieur
sell.
Ethan, please hurry. The court is already in waiting.
Bienvenue, messieurs. We are all present, so we can begin. To begin with, I inform you that Hugo Argent submitted further clarifications on the letter from the attorney's office discussed yesterday. His testimony has been attached to the evidence. Monsieur Eaton, please continue your testimony from the moment you've ended yesterday.
Alright, can do. Yeah, see, I forgot to match my time with the evidence's time. So, let's see, I gotta check it again. I'm off by a fucking hour. So, or no, I'm ahead, I guess, because the murder was supposed to take place at that time, at 11, right? So 10:05 is when I was supposed to walk through the door. And right now, it is... oh shit. 10:20.
I opened the elevator grate. I took the elevator to the second floor.
Can't remember which floor I was supposed to get to. I think I was also supposed to sign the book.
I opened the elevator grate.
I might have gotten off on the wrong floor.
I opened the inner door. I tried to open the door to the hotel room, but it was closed.
Why did you want to open that door?
I had a feeling that in one of the rooms I would find the damn thief and reclaim my documents.
What were you planning to do when you would find that person?
I had no plan. I thought only about getting my documents back.
I understand. Please continue.
I opened the door and entered the room. As I walked in, Madame Capet was standing by the desk, counting money from the suitcase. She didn't notice me. I told her to return my designs. It's obvious that she was interested only in the money because she gave them back without hesitation.
Really?
I went out into the corridor.
So, you claim that you did not kill Marie Capet?
Oui, Monsieur le Président. When I left the room, Marie Capet was still alive.
I understand. Please continue, Monsieur Eaton.
I opened the inner door.
Okay, so the murder took place at...
I opened the elevator grate. Later, I took the elevator to the ground floor.
Murder occurred at 11:15, and I was out of there before then. So... that's good.
Then, I opened the elevator grate.
And we just...
Next, I threw a few francs to the fountain in the hotel. I opened the inner door. I tried to open the door to the restaurant, but it was closed because of the late hour. Later, I opened the door and walked out into the street.
Okay, I probably buggered this up massively, but we can see where this goes.
Then I opened the gate.
And return home and end our testimony. After putting our designs back in the safe.
I opened the door and entered the building where my apartment is. Then I opened the door. Then I opened the elevator grate. Then I took the elevator to the second floor.
I still gotta wonder about the dagger. Where did that go?
Then I opened the elevator grate. I opened the door and entered my apartment. I used the stairs.
So we still have the dagger. Okay, work on our invention.
I worked on my new invention for about half an hour.
Oh,
I spent a few minutes talking on the phone.
Who did you call?
It has nothing to do with the case, Monsieur le Président.
Well, please continue.
Then I opened the door. I saw a spare part of my... I opened the safe. Then I put my designs of my secret invention on which I was working in my free time. I saw a spare part of my invention lying on the
then we'll
ground.
just say we'll go to sleep.
I was tired after the banquet, so I immediately went to sleep.
Ah, I should have changed my clothes.
I was even too tired to undress.
Is it all you want to testify, Monsieur Eaton?
Oui, Monsieur le Président.
And so I close the hearing. It is time to present your positions.
I forgot to change my clothes, forgot to ditch the dagger.
Monsieur le Président, the accused tried to trick himself off the responsibility. He used cunning rhetoric, trying to hide more and more of his new lies. However, in view of the evidence presented by the prosecutor, I have no doubt that Alfred Eaton, defendant who appeared today before the court, murdered Marie Capet in cold blood. Please, let the High Court not be deceived by his tearful stories about a poor gypsy from the country who gained his success with hard work, and which Marie Capet so cleverly tried to destroy. It was the accused who destroyed the life of a poor girl and her family with full premeditation. And what did that poor girl do to deserve such cruel fate? She was searching for a better life, and was employed as a maid in the same building in which a dangerous psychopath lived. According to the prosecution, the accused is guilty, Monsieur le Président. Therefore, I apply for recognition of Alfred Eaton, defendant who appeared today before the court, guilty of all charges against him, and for imposition of the death penalty by beheading on the guillotine. Thank you. Monsieur le Président, Monsieur Prosecutor used a lot of high-flown words. However, during the preparation of indictment, he made many mistakes. As to the hotel room, my client had never rented a room in the Caucasus Hotel. The guest book was falsified, and the clerk made a false statement. As to the alleged attempt to use the torture device on the victim, my client did not intend to use his interrogation device, which the prosecutor describes as a torture machine, neither on Marie Capet nor on anyone else. This is indicated by the letter sent by my client to the Ministère de la Justice with a proposal of a lawful use of the equipment to serve the law as well as society. The journal of Alfred Eaton clearly proves it, where he writes that he does not intend to use his device against honest, innocent people. It is important to emphasize the relationship of Marie Capet and my client. According to the testimony of the victim's parents, she felt a deep resentment and contempt, both for my customer and for his work and success. As to the meeting with Marie Capet in his apartment, indeed, Marie Capet came to visit my client at his apartment, and Alfred Eaton let her in, not expecting such a sudden attack. Hence the victim's fingerprints in the apartment of my client, and traces of Monsieur Eaton's blood, which were mentioned by the prosecutor. As for the murder, as my client testified, he did not kill Marie Capet. So, who did? Please note, Monsieur le Président, that Alfred Eaton worked on a secret invention, which designs he kept hidden in his own safe. Neither Hugo Argent nor Le Feu Company were supposed to ever know about it. But that is not what happened. Monsieur Argent not only learned about the invention, but also wanted to come into its possession. This is indicated by a letter from a law firm that was sent to my client. As it clearly appears from the letter to Monsieur Brissot, the maid, Marie Capet, was sent shortly before the murder. I would like to add that the letter was sent from a non-existent organization, and remuneration for Marie Capet's work was not provided. So who and why had she been sent? Thus, there is a reasonable suspicion that Marie Capet was sent by Hugo Argent, who decided to partake such radical steps when the letter from the law firm had not brought any results. Why did Marie Capet die? Maybe she had to be silenced. Maybe she demanded more money or started to blackmail Hugo Argent. There are many different possibilities, and there is a slight chance they will get determined. On the other hand, I think that there are too many doubts to convict my client. As for the testimony of the neighbor who saw Alfred Eaton entering the building covered in blood, according to my client's testimony, that meeting had never taken place, so the witness made a false testimony. Taking into account the evidence from the neighbor's opinions, the witness might have had a motive, an aversion towards my client.
I didn't even see the dude.
Racial prejudice. Thank you, Monsieur le Président.
Okay, so there's a second letter.
Cherchez, your father and I are praying for you, and we believe that the court will be merciful. Maman et Papa. Postscriptum. Papa is sorry that it did not work as he had planned. Monsieur Eaton, the French Gypsy Association wishes to send you support and condolences for the persecution caused by your gypsy origin. We are aware that it was the main cause of your indictment. We offer you a safe haven if you decide to leave the prison in less official way. One of our persecuted members, who had also been imprisoned in the Prison de la Santé, mentions the decayed walls in most of the cells. Maybe you could use this information? Signed, X.
So, if we think we're going to get executed, we can escape. Or if we do, we can probably escape.
Monsieur Eaton, please hurry. The court is ready to announce the verdict. The verdict on behalf of the République Française. The court, as present, hereby finds that Alfred Eaton, accused of murdering Marie Capet, is guilty of the charges against him, and sentences the accused to the death penalty by beheading on the guillotine. The executions will be done in Prison de la Santé the next day.
Well, we dead. Unlocks only 5 of the evidence. Judge's confidence for obvious lies uncovered by the court. None. Discovered game ending 7 of 8. Well, there we go. We lost, unfortunately. But I'm sure there's a way I could have, won. Obviously there is. It comes with a complete walkthrough at the start, which I didn't even bother looking at because I wanted to see how I would do, which obviously wasn't that good. Obvious things that I forgot to do were match up the times, ditch the dagger somewhere so that it could be used on her. Let's see. Ditch my clothing. See, I didn't do any obvious lies, so that's good. And there's a few pieces of evidence I obviously didn't collect. And I'm sure you probably need at least half of them to be proved innocent. Maybe all of them, in fact. I don't know. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe below. Achievement unlocked death. Let's watch the short cutscene. We should have escaped. Is he innocent? I have no idea.